Welcome to Outside the Box with Candle Kitchens. This is my 7th vlog for Dr. Darby's digital video class. Today I'm going to be talking about the why lighting is so important and some of the considerations I will have to take in mind for my specific video project. So with this first segment, lighting, it creates, well, everything that the viewer sees, really. It allows for, in more like precise situations, for the viewers to see only what the director intends for them to with the story. It allows them to narrow in on specific details, to create the tone, to create the genre. Even a lot of what a genre can be seen as is through lighting. You see the color yellow as like a wash over the screen, and you're on that, like, I don't understand why they do this, but yellow is usually used as a wash for stuff that takes place in some other countries like Mexico. And so there's stuff like that. There's just like, people have that kind of cultural background to lighting, but then there's also like stuff that just is attached to the emotion and mood of a story that can be incorporated, or specific things in the setting can be highlighted. A beam of light landing on an object shows that it has significance and that it might be something that's integral to the story. And it also just, it's the way that you create the lighting. Like this is like this compared to this, where it's the more like the butterfly shape. It changes how my face is perceived and how well this type of video is being perceived, I guess. But it also affects, like, this is a more yellowy lighting in this room, and so that creates a more like warm and inviting tone, especially with like my hair also being yellow. It creates this kind of like mellowed down feel to it. Whereas if it was a blue light and then it was striking everything in the room differently, then that would have a different impact as well. Some of the things that I'm really going to have to consider with my video and my project is what kind of lighting feel that I'm really going to want to stick with, because mine is going to be very eclectic, and so I'm going to want to have lots of effects with lighting. I have a ring light that I plan on utilizing to create some really cool color things with that, but it also means that I'm going to have to be very particular with placement and how, like, especially for those outdoor scenes where I may not have easy access to plug in a light. I'm going to have to be really creative with how I light those shots. And I'm also going to have to be careful with I'm really gonna have to take into consideration like where I want the lighting to hit in the frame. So am I going to want to have it be a backlighting or a side lighting, or am I going to want the eyes to be hooded at some point and like in just this veil, or do I want everything to be seen very vividly? And it's just a whole bunch of little things to like make sure that I'm encapsulating that feel of whatever is going on in the moment in that story. Because as I said, I don't really understand exactly how I want the story to play out. I have a lot of very aesthetic ideas at the moment, and I really need to pin down what I want the actual story to be so that I know how to portray that better through lighting. And so I should hopefully be able to have that pretty soon, but that's going to be something that I won't be able to accurately pin down until I know the proper direction I'll be going with it. So that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for listening.